Miami Dolphins. Not only do they stink right now, all due respect, at 1-6, and they've lost 6 in a row, they can't get away from the Deshaun Watson rumors, reports, speculation, reality. We're 6 days away from the trade deadline. No trade has happened. I kind of thought that if it was going to happen to Miami, it would have happened by now, and it still can at any time between now and Tuesday at 4 Eastern. Here is Coach Brian Flores, along with quarterback Tua Tagovailoa from earlier today, talking about the lingering uncertainty of Deshaun Watson potentially coming to Miami.
I don't really get into rumors. I don't really pay attention to rumors and hypotheticals and this and that. Tua is our quarterback. I've said that, multiple times, and I've said that to him. And it's about as, I try to be, honest and transparent with our players, and that's what I've been.
Do you feel wanted in this organization?
I don't not feel wanted. That's what I could say.
I don't know what that really means. And, hey, look, if they trade for Deshaun Watson and he gets put on the commissioner exempt list, they still need Tua for the rest of the year potentially. There's no guarantee that Deshaun Watson is going to be able to play. And if I'm the Texans, I maybe don't want to get it done this week, because if I get it done this week and Deshaun Watson has enough time to get up to speed, I have to deal with Deshaun Watson week 9. If I'm the Texans, I'm going to drag my feet all the way to next Tuesday at 3:59 p.m. Eastern to minimize the chances of Deshaun Watson facing me, because, yes, the Texans and the Dolphins play week 9. But, one thing I noticed today, Miles, a lot of work was being done at those league meetings to get the word out to reporters there that the Panthers, we weren't involved. They were involved. And as of Sunday, it was Dolphins, then Panthers. And the Panthers must be getting very strong vibes that the Dolphins are going to get this deal done, that Deshaun Watson is going to choose Miami over Carolina. And so now Carolina's backing off because they got to love the one they're with. They can't afford to face their fans, their players, by saying, we went and tried to get Deshaun Watson and it just didn't work out. You have to act like you never tried to get Deshaun Watson. And they may want to hire Mike Tomlin to come in and provide the press conference soundbite to make it convincing, because otherwise it won't be.
Well, I do find it interesting that the Panthers, clearly were involved in some way, right? Not only did you report that, but there's just too much smoke going out around this thing for them not to be interested in Deshaun Watson. And I feel like, at least at this point, I haven't covered the NFL as long as I have. Where there's smoke, there's some sort of fire. And I just think also going back into the first times we started hearing about the fact that Deshaun Watson was requesting a trade, could be traded, et cetera, we always had that no trade clause, right? And so effectively, he does get to pick where he wants to go because of that thing in his contract. And especially as the 22 cases then started to come out, it's like, wow, that's a little bit weird, where you've got this person who gets to sensibly choose where he gets traded to because he's got a no trade clause, but that's something that was there. But it always seemed like the interest in Deshaun Watson was one-sided, because I don't remember at any point hearing that Deshaun Watson would waive his no trade clause for the Panthers. So while the Panthers can say all they want or leak all they want, because it was, not just to the national media, but you had all of basically their local beat writers saying, well, it wasn't really because of the no trade clause that Deshaun Watson is not something that the Panthers are interested in anymore. It's really, they did all their research and da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't necessarily buy that, because when you are interested in somebody, but they're not interested in you, it's kind of like, when you got a date and that date is all of a sudden like, man, I don't think this is going to work out. Are you going to tell your buddies that she's the one that dumped you? Or are you going to say, no, I was never really that interested in her in the first place. So, I don't really think it was going to work out anyway. And that's really what happened. It feels like that's what's going on here to me with the Panthers.
Yeah, and I still don't completely rule out the Panthers, but they must have caught wind of something yesterday or today that leads them to believe this is happening with the Miami Dolphins and not the Carolina Panthers, or they wouldn't be working so hard to spread the word to reporters who will willingly pass it along without scrutiny, without doubt, without context, that they were never in it, when the truth is they were. And as of Sunday, it was, in my estimation, 75% Miami, 25% Carolina. and now it looks like it's Miami or no one. I'll still be stunned if it's no one. Miles, I personally think that at some point along the way, I don't know this, but this is just one of the conclusions I've drawn from everything I've heard. And I think back to hearing Nick Caserio, the GM of the Texans, say we're taking it day by day. David Culley, the coach, said something like that. I think they have placated Deshaun by leading him to believe they're going to do this trade before next Tuesday, that they're not going to hold it over until March of 2022. And the risk they run if they don't trade him by Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern. He shows up Wednesday, and he says, are you ready for some football? Because I am. Give me my helmet. And they're not going to want to do that because, number one, they don't want to play him. Number two, they don't want him to get injured because that would then impair their ability to trade him next year. And Watson, if he really wanted to, he could throw a wrench in the gears come next Wednesday. And I haven't heard that he's thinking about doing that, but what I have heard is he really wants to play. And the easiest way for the Texans to accommodate that is to trade him to a team where he can play.
Yeah, I guess so. And I guess it's going to be really interesting to see just how all of that plays out. So, I mean, I guess, Mike, you do really think that he's going to be traded because at this point, it just seems like the Dolphins are kind of competing against themselves. And if that's the case, then they've either got to pony up or the Texans have to say, well, all right, fine, we acquiesce to whatever it is that you're offering us.
Well, that's right, and there may be other factors at play, too, before it can be finalized, but we'll see if and when it all gets done by next Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern. And at one point, I really thought it would happen early this week. It's Wednesday. It's late afternoon. It could still happen this week. But at some point, you're focused on your next game, and you kick it over to Monday, and the ultimate deadline of 4 o'clock on Tuesday. That may be about the time it gets done. I'll be stunned at this point if it doesn't, based upon everything that I heard on Sunday. We'll see where it goes from here.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.